Hey guys, Peterptz here. Welcome back to yet another video. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate a subscribe, and at the end of the video, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Welcome back. So today we're learning about how a camera works. That is your DSLR and mirrorless and your phone camera. I'm going to keep it very brief, very basic. So let's get right into it. So you've gotten your first camera. And you're wondering, you're curious about the technicality of it. It's not that different from a phone, it's just more parts than the phone. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you when to use which to use when, if that's right. Let's get right into it. And we're into it. Let's go. So I'm going to be using Paint 3D to explain, as you can see. The concept, we're going to begin with the lens. So as far as for the lens, it consists of 3 parts. Not 3. More than 3, but I'm going to just keep it basic. More than 3, so it consists of this part, the first group of lenses, and the second group of lenses, and the aperture. The aperture is right here. We're going to get that in a minute. So when you zoom in or out, these are the groups of lenses that move. They move in conjunction to one another, so you can get a clear picture, a focused picture. Whether you zoom in or out, the part of this lens is in charge of zooming in and out. The other part is in charge of the focus. Now after that, that's when we get to the aperture. I'm going to use a different image for the aperture. We have the aperture. It's very simple to explain. So this is how it works. It does not consist of all this. All this is just one aperture. But what happens is, when you allow more light into the camera, this is what happens to the aperture. No, more light to the camera, sorry. This is what happens to the aperture. It gets wider, bigger. When you allow a smaller amount of light to go in through the lens, this is what happens. These are the in-betweens. So in aperture, the higher the value, the smaller the hole, and the less the value, the larger the opening. So this is the sensor. It's just a square or a rectangle, okay, mostly a rectangle. It consists of pixels. When you see MP, that means a million pixels per square. It's made up of small squares, and each square consists of a million pixels. That's what fills all this region. That is where the light converges, and that is where your image is formed, and then the processor of the computer, of the camera in this case, does the image processing, and it presents to you on your screen. That's it. You may ask yourself now, how do all these parts work in conjunction? This is how. So the sensor plays its part. Light comes in, focusing, aperture controls the amount of light getting in. Now when you reach to this point over here, it consists of a series of mirrors here and also here. It consists of a series of mirrors that reflect the light up to the eye. So it goes like this, like that. And this is your eye. Let me draw it out of now. Okay, that is your eye. Your eye receives the information, you adjust accordingly, and then when it's all said and done, when you press the capture button, the shutter button, this part over here goes up to here, allows this light to pass through it and reach the sensor. That's basically it. From there on, computer processing, and you see your image. It's that simple. Now for the phone, it uses the same concept, but now in a more compact way. This is the series of lenses, all these that you see here, and all up to here. This is the sensor over here, together with this, and this is the camera over here. This is also part of the lens, not the camera. The whole thing is the camera. This is part of the lens. These are all the protections that you see, so the camera doesn't get bumped. It uses the same concept. Light goes in through the lenses, adjusted accordingly. The computer, the phone's computer does the adjusting and everything, and eventually the light passes through all the lenses, reaches the sensor, and then it's processed. You capture the image, it's displayed onto your screen. That's simple, just like the camera, and everything is compact. That's it. Science, not magic. I kept it very simple. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you want me to cover anything else, don't hesitate, just hit the comment section, tell me what you want to know, and I'll be there for you guys. And I am planning to come up with a series of how somehow in-depth camera basics, how to operate it. So tell me if you want to see that, and I'll make it happen. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it to your friends. You'll really help me grow, and I'll appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Cut.